This is how my acne started, and this is where it is at today. So welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about all things to do with acne and Roaccutane, because a few months back I made a video talking about my acne journey, because as you all know, I've struggled through several medications that cleared out my acne, then it came back. You'll have seen in the vlogs over the years disappearing, coming back, which is incredibly annoying. And then in third year of uni last year, I went on to Roaccutane, and that is really when my skin started to clear up. And at the same time as going on Roaccutane, as you know, I changed up my diet massively. And in that video I was talking about that, and people wanted to know more about the Roaccutane journey, because Roaccutane is considered one of the most dangerous acne drugs out there because there are several side effects. And before you go on the actual Accutane, you have to make sure you have blood tests, you have to make sure you're stable, everything like that. And you can only be prescribed it from a doctor. So it's really quite it's a very dramatic thing to take for your acne. I don't know what to call it, like drama around it. And today we're going to be talking about my experience and essentially how I cleared up my acne, and if Roaccutane was worth it, if that was the thing that I think cleared it up, and some other stuff like that. And also I'm going to be answering every question from the last video where I talked about my acne journey. In the comments there was loads of questions, so I thought since I know the struggle, I'll definitely answer those questions. But let's get on to it. For a quick rundown of my acne, basically back in school in sixth form, I moved sixth form, I got shot with loads of new acne, confidence down to zero, and I pretty much was struggling massively during sixth form. When uni, I look back on it now, at the time I thought it was kind of clear. However, there was still a fair few spots and scars and so on. And then I struggled with that for about a year, got into my second year. My skin started to clear up when I went to Australia for a year. And then I went to a trip to New Zealand. I pretty much had McDonald's the whole time. And then I was living in a car, camping, and my acne got really bad again, but not just for a few months, but for like 8-9 months. And then I went on to Roaccutane but I was sick of it. I tried so many drugs, and as soon as I stopped taking the drugs or medication, whatever you want to call it, my acne would always come back. So yeah, it was really annoying that I was taking all this medication and my acne would keep coming back. And at the time, it's not even like I had a bad diet. People around me had much worse diets, and they were essentially acne free. And I was like, why me? Why? So then my Roaccutane journey started. So Roaccutane, as I said, is a powerful drug, supposedly can have a lot of side effects, but it's designed to clear out your skin and clear up your skin by, I believe, and I'm no dermatologist, so please do not take anything I say as medical information, and please, this video should not be a substitute for seeing your dermatologist or GP or doctor, and I really don't want to influence your decision. I just want to say my experience on the drugs, my experience with acne, and basically just one of them sort of videos. So please read the disclaimer in the description. Cool. My Roaccutane journey started when I got back from Australia once I had acne again, and this was kind of like the third time where I'd finally managed to make it disappear, and then it came back, and it was really affecting me because I wanted to be on YouTube videos, I wanted to go into acting, and clear skin is not a must, but it definitely helps. I'd be a fool to say it doesn't help. So I was really at the point where I was sick and tired of being messed around by acne. I'm too old for it, my confidence just keeps going up and down. No one else around me has, as bad acne. I just want to get my life on track and start moving forward. So I decided and had no doubt in my mind that I wanted to go on to Roaccutane. So when I got back from my study abroad year, 2018 to 2019 I studied abroad, sorry. I went to my GP in 2019, just before my third year of uni, and I said, yep, I'm ready to go on Roaccutane. I want to, I understand everything about it, I've had acne for too long. And they took me through, looked at my history, made sure that I tried some other medication before that, and I talk about that medication in previous videos on my channel. And then they said, yeah, fair enough, it looks like you'd be eligible to go on it. Just make sure you understand the side effects. And they was talking about the side effects, obviously stuff like dry lips, nosebleeds, some people suffer from depression, lots of all stuff like that. And I think, people have suffered from this, but I think the chances are quite low for some of the side effects that seem scary, but obviously look into them. Because basically the way Roaccutane works is that, I understand it too, as I said, no dermatologist, completely dry out all the oil in the follicles, and if there's no oil, then there's no clogged pores, no spots, so on. So it works inside out. So essentially I was like, yeah, I'm ready for it. It's got a 9 out of 10 success rate, I want to say, and I was paranoid I was going to be in that 1 out of 10 person where it doesn't clear up my skin. However, look at it now, it's so much better than it was. So yeah, so I started on Roaccutane back in 2019. And then throughout the first 4 months, basically the way Roaccutane works again is that they look at your weight and they look at how much the total dosage you need to take over X amount of time is. And then they say you should be on it for this long. We're going to divide the dosage per day into this. And then you take 1 or 2 tablets per day with your dosage in. And when you first start, I remember explicitly, it does get worse before it gets better. So you start having lots of spots. You start, maybe it gets a bit worse than it was before, but you have to persevere. And so obviously mine, when I first started with it, it got a bit worse. I was like, damn it. But I felt less stressed because I felt like, right, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. I've tried everything, it is what it is. So I continued on with Roaccutane throughout the whole year. As time went on, I felt confident that slightly my skin was getting better. And I made sure this time, I think a mistake I made previously with acne is that I didn't moisturize. I was using the wrong acne products. I eventually found some products, Cetaphil products, that really worked for me. They'll be linked down below as well. But I started to moisturize my skin with Cetaphil moisturizer at the same time as being on the medication that dried out my skin. So that was key for maintaining healthy skin while on Roaccutane. But as the time went on, I slowly, more and more Accutane got in my system, Roaccutane. And supposedly the more that gets in your system, the better your skin should get. That's why it gets worse at first, but better long term. And then I pretty much sailed consistently with, I wouldn't say acne. After about a few months of Roaccutane, my acne was nowhere near as bad as it was. I still had a fair amount of spots and scars. And Roaccutane also is known for healing scars. But it was nowhere near as bad as it was. And I felt like a lot confident in myself, even though I was still getting spots. And I remember getting this massive spot like right here that was a tiny lump while I was on Roaccutane, and my skin was a bit better than it was before I had it. Tiny little lump turned into this massive lump, popped and scarred. And I was like, this isn't meant to happen on Accutane. What the heck happened? But anyway, that's another digression about halfway through. But again, I basically stuck out a whole year on Roaccutane, and you have to do it. And it got tough at times. Like, I was having nosebleeds. I would have consistently dry lips. It was so peak. Like, I had to carry Vaseline. I had like probably at all times 3 Vaselines on me, and just every now and then quite a few itches and stuff like that. But I feel like I was quite lucky in terms of side effects. Obviously, you have mood swings while you're on Roaccutane because you have mood swings in everyday life. I didn't have enough mood swings that I could directly connect that to Roaccutane. Obviously, I didn't have temper tantrums, but I got a bit moody every now and then. But I wouldn't blame it on Roaccutane. I feel like, sometimes I was below oh, it's a bad day. But everybody gets that, So I just made sure to power through and not think about it too much while having regular appointments and checkups with my dermatologist and guys. And there were the side effects. Now, I should say at the same time as being on Roaccutane, I did change up my lifestyle as well, because as many of you know, if you've seen my other video, I'd recommend watching it because these two are tied together. I decided that after doing loads of research like you do when you have acne and just really learning so much about it because you wanted that badly to get better, I decided that, face washes were great, everything like this was great, but there was always so much conflicting internet information and I didn't know what was truly good. But the thing that I changed up while at the same time as being on Roaccutane, I'm not saying this is the right thing to do, or I'm not saying anything like that, it's just coincidental same time, that ultimately led my skin to get better, was I looked at my diet and I decided that I was trying to, for so many years, work outside in by using face washes, by washing my hands, by doing all stuff like that. But I decided to try and work inside out as well. So I had my products, moisturizer, cleaner, and scar healer that now worked, tea tree oil that was, they're obviously linked below. So I had all of them that worked. And I also decided to change up my diet. So what I tried to do was to go ultra healthy in the sense that I would try and make sure that I only had one goodie per day. I would try and make sure that I avoided casual drinking. Listen, if you're going out to drink, I'd make sure that I would have a good time and I would drink, but I really avoided casual drinking. And then at the same time, again, if I was having food, I would always opt for brown bread, brown pasta, because they've got they're lower on the glycemic index, I believe, and they release energy slower. And it means basically that if you're having healthier food, and on my packets of food, I'd try and make sure that the sugar, fat, and saturates was reasonable levels. My logic was that if basically spots are supposedly created via spikes in insulin or spikes in this or that, if I could have healthier foods and really limit the amount of spikes, then I would stop getting these random spots that are a result of hormone spikes. So that was my thinking after doing loads of research and looking at how people in, let's say, I think it was Africa or Latin America, people have less spots and acne is nowhere near a bigger thing because their diet is so much less processed food and saturates that I read a whole report on that. So I made sure that my diet changed at the same time in that manner that I talk about more in my other video, while at the same time going through this whole Roaccutane journey. And then also there's this big thing surrounding Roaccutane, which I think puts a lot of people off, is that they really say you can't drink on Roaccutane. And listen, it's a tough one because so many people go on Roaccutane and they do not drink at all. And I'm no dermatologist. I'm literally not going to make a single comment about what you should or not do on it because I do not want to be liable. I'm just going to say what I did. Now, as I said earlier, I really wasn't a big drinker during my time on Roaccutane. I tried to make sure for the health of my skin that I didn't casual drink and etc, etc, etc. However, I did drink on it. I did have a few nights out where I did consume alcohol and get drunk because it was my third year of uni and I've still got to have a life, etc, etc. But I definitely did not go crazy on the drink. And, you know, I think speak to your dermatologist about this and be honest, because if you say, yeah, I'm going to only have one drink every now and then, and you have loads and loads, who knows how that can influence it, you know? So did I drink on Roaccutane? Yes. Did it damage my insides? Because there's already basically, Roaccutane puts so much strain and pressure on your liver, I believe, because it's like 3000% of your vitamin A or something like that. It's really high in vitamin A, that essentially you shouldn't really drink because your liver can't handle. Because I did, maybe my liver's slightly messed up from them occasional times that I drank. I don't know. You know, I haven't felt any worse off since I'm doing that. And again, vitamin A, I used to take multivitamins every day. If you're on Roaccutane, then you can't take vitamin A extra because your body's already got so much of it. So you have to be careful of that as well as another side effect. And I should just say that over time, information can change. So yeah, after about 7-8 months of that, my treatment finished. And then I came off Roaccutane. And this is when I personally started to worry. Now at this point, guys, I want to say a huge thank you to MDacne for sponsoring today's video. MDacne are the first kind of supplements that are specifically customized for each person's skin condition, and the whole company is based around trying to get rid of your acne essentially. So with MDacne, you sign up and you essentially take a quiz where you talk about your skin, your diet, and then they look at what your answers are, and then they fit you with a supplement that is going to help you fight your own acne. So I got these supplements, and based on what I said in my quiz, they sent me out these supplements that have vitamin A, raflin, niacin, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, and zinc, and a few others. Now the idea is, as I said, that sometimes I feel like for me, what really helped was Roaccutane and working inside out. And these supplements are designed to help do similar things, where the capsules are designed to decrease oil and sebum production and encourage an improvement in overall skin health. So for example, you know, depending on what you might say, you might need some more vitamin C because vitamin C is great for the skin elasticity and all stuff like that and recovering from scarring. On their website, they have plenty of reviews from people that have taken the supplements and the products, and they claim that their skin has got a lot better thanks to these supplements. And for me, the reason why I would never sponsor an acne video without thinking that the product could be useful for some people, because everybody with acne is going to find a different solution to their problems. Some people might get the first thing they get as a solution, other people it might take years. But I like the idea of MDacne because what they do is they provide you firstly with some supplements that help you internally, externally, i.e. these ones right here, based on your specific conditions. And secondly, they provide you with one-on-one dermatologist support round the clock. Because I always remember when I would go to the dermatologist, I'd feel so much better about myself and about my skin after speaking with a professional about my skin, because it was like, you know, I know that I'm not the only one. These guys have said I'm making good progress. I feel comfortable and safe that my skin is going to get better, and they provide you as well with that one-on-one support, which I think is going to be very useful for a lot of people, especially during the tough patches. So I love taking vitamins. Every morning right now I've been taking some vitamins from this supplement. Now this is just currently really to maintain my clear skin, to make sure that in general my skin health is good. Obviously if I had bad acne right now, the supplements I would get would be different and contain different things. But again, when you're trying everything, if you didn't want to go on Roaccutane, then you might want to look for a different option, trying to work via vitamins and other stuff like that, then this could be a good alternative, or there might be something else out there for you. And so MDacne will be linked down in the description below, where you can customize your own acne supplements. So use my link down below to get your first month of customized products for free. Shipping fees apply. And thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. So once I finished my Roaccutane, the first thing that started to happen was I got a bit worried that my acne was going to come back. It was like I was just paranoid. It's like you know, like from past experiences, I started to become paranoid that it was going to come back. And I emailed my dermatologist like, bro, I think I need some more of this stuff. I might be coming back. And he was like, yo, relax. You know, it's not going to come back. You're fine. It's just an odd spot. And I think that is why having a dermatologist is quite a good person to talk to every now and then, because he reassured me, I became calm again, and I powered through. So it's now been about a year since I finished Roaccutane, and my skin is still clear. And I feel like this is really the key part of finishing Roaccutane, because if you go through all of that work just for it to come back, it's like, oh, what? Damn it. But to reiterate, like, going on it was a big choice. There were side effects, there was stuff that I knew about, and being on it again, my lips was cracked all the time, horrendously, nosebleeds, but you know, my acne was still there. It was getting slowly better, but nothing changing, life-changing throughout the time I was on it. But as I said, when I finished it, in the last probably month of finishing it, and the first month after, my acne started to clear up massively, and spots that were dead disappeared, healed, while at the same time previous scars were healing, and at the same time the rate at my spots, my new ones were coming, were a lot less. But as I said, I got a bit paranoid and was like, yo, dermatologist, I might need some more of the stuff because my acne's coming back. And he emailed me and said, Dylan, don't worry about it. You're paranoid. It's chill. It's fine. Trust me. This stuff works. I was like, okay, I'll trust you, boss. I'll trust you. So I trusted him, persevered, leading us to today. And my skin is still clear. But I feel like as well, the reason why I didn't have a relapse is because the dietary adjustments I made at the same time as taking Roaccutane, I've stuck to them. I've stuck to a good diet. I limited my fruit juice consumption, everything became portion size, and I made sure that even though I ate a lot of food, the food was healthy. Brown bread, brown rice, you know, that sort of thing. So I've still made sure to maintain that diet and green tea every day. I talk about my diet a lot in the other video, I know I talk about it. But since going on Roaccutane and coming off it, my skin has cleared up. I've taken cream, and I still put the cream on every day, the cream that I got after finishing Roaccutane. But essentially my Roaccutane journey has finished. And at the end of my Accutane journey, my skin is cleared. That's all I can ask for. And I've got 2 spots right now that, you know, you can't really see too well. And I think I still get the odd occasional 2-3 spots, but they definitely heal. And I think I definitely, as soon as I start to get spots again, I make sure to make sure my diet's good. So since coming off it, I don't know what to say, because it sounds like it's this big thing and there's this big journey, but that is my journey. I thought about going on it. I went on it. There were side effects. My skin cleared up towards the very end. I've come off it. I was worried that I was going to get acne again. I didn't get acne again. I still get the odd spots and the odd scar. It can't be helped, but overall my skin's a lot better. So as I said, I thought right now I could answer and talk about a few questions raised in my last acne video, because I know this would help people. I know a lot of you probably have the same questions. And the first one is by Alexia. After 5 years of acne, I started taking Accutane and I'm on month 3. I'm still breaking out. I can't stand it anymore. I feel like I ran out of patience. I just want it to be over, and stuff like that. And I think, you know, this is a very common feeling to feel after you start Accutane. And I think you have to remember that it's bad right now, but there is so much light at the end of the tunnel, especially when it's a 9 out of 10 success rate. And even if you're in that 1%, 10% chance that it's not successful, there are so many other medications that will work. You just, I promise you, and at the rate at which your skin clears up, it's hard to believe right now, but it clears up. I had these scars on my face and these fat pimples, and I was like, there is no way my skin's gonna get better. I'm gonna have to have laser surgery, spend all my money on laser surgery. I don't know what happens. Maybe it's vitamin C. You know, your skin heals. Promote in every way you can skin healing. That's why I take vitamin C. That's why I take multivitamins. Yeah, some people say for me it didn't start working till month 3. During month 2 it's 10 times worse. The Sunny says, I have mild acne and it's been a month now since I've been on 40 mg of Accutane. I think I was on 80 a day, I think. My only complaints are the dried lips, bro, I feel that. And feeling tired, that's an interesting one. Other than that, my face is improved. Yeah, so interesting. Interesting stuff, man. I'm glad it's improving. Oh, another thing, I agree with so much of this. As soon as I stopped taking whey protein, I stopped getting acne. Whey protein really made my acne worse. I cut that out in my dietary change up while I was on Roaccutane. Jay says, did you feel like you went through a purging phase for Accutane when you first started? Bro, yeah. The peak thing was, my purging phase was like these tiny little like skin bumps. And I'm like, oh, calm, it's a skin bump. Next thing you know, I wake up the next day, it's like this on my face. I'm like, what the heck? Then 2 spots were joining up and I was like, bro, man, nah, I was done. Moral of the story, yeah, I was purging big time. I was only purging for a few weeks. How long did it take to have you cleared of taking Accutane? So I was on Accutane for about 8 months and I'm still on the post-Accutane cream. So about a year and a half, I've been on that sort of Roaccutane bubble of medicine. And it probably took about, really to get this level of skin, a year, I say. Did you have to take some kind of pledge to take Accutane now? This seems serious. Bro, it's weird though. It's like, it's a big deal, isn't it? I don't know why, it is a big deal. Taking that med is a big deal. I don't know what to say, I didn't take a pledge. I think, did I sign something saying like if I understand the circumstances and risks? I think I did. Hey bro, how much vitamin C are we taking daily? And so at the time of that comment, I was taking my multivitamin, how much vitamin C was in that. And then every now and then I take a separate vitamin C tablet with regular fruit juice. Does acne return after some time of Accutane treatment? I feel like acne never really, I think like once you get acne, whenever you get a spot, you're almost more paranoid about getting spots. If you go out, you don't shower, you have a bad diet, you have a night out, you will get 2 spots like I did just then. And I feel like sometimes you're like, oh my God, my acne's coming back and it can make it worse. Just trust that this is natural to get 2 spots after a heavy night out and not sleeping. So my acne hasn't come back yet, but I can't speak for everybody. Somebody had the same experience with trimethoprim, exactly. Is it normal that my acne pops once I start it? I think that's fairly normal. For me, the same thing happened. I didn't think too much of it. Rushes to shower, brilliant video, G. Yeah, make sure you shower and wash your face every day, trust me. I'm starting tomorrow. Can I still work out daily? 100% work out daily. Just, you know, be carefully touching your face. Brendan says Accutane makes your cheeks sink in and look old. I feel like just make sure you have good skincare routines outside of Accutane as well, whether it be supplements or moisturizer, and hopefully that shouldn't happen. I was worried about that when I first started it, but my skin's been fine. I started differing cream once I finished my acne Accutane. Nate says, I can't tell you how badly I want to go on Accutane, but I'm very worried about the side effects. Mainly the one people saying they are always tired, have back pain and lose muscle because I'm a competitive wrestler and I'm currently lifting off season. Do I have any experience on sports? I was training athletics, bro, and I didn't feel tired. I feel like my muscle mass was peaking during, well, the 3rd year I was about 76 kg. Now lockdown I'm 72 kg, so I've really shredded because of lockdown, not because of Accutane, I don't think. But yeah, back pain, who knows? I didn't get any of that, and it just really depends. So yeah, so Alfie says, I started Roaccutane 2 weeks ago now. Within 4 days of taking the meds, I started having hour-long anxiety attacks. So I decided to stop taking it instantly. Guess the side effects are different for each person. Cheers for the skin routine. Yeah, there isn't much out there, like you said, for male routine, so I'm going to try the products you're using. Again, I wanted to bring this up because if Roaccutane isn't for you, it's not the end of the world. You know, it feels like it takes so long to get there and to start taking Roaccutane. If it doesn't work, there are so many other options. So many. And heck, you might even just grow up. I think sometimes a Roaccutane can be like, this is my only hope, oh my goodness. That's the way I went into taking it, feeling like it. That's why I was so worried about it. But with hindsight now, I know that even if that didn't work, I would clear my skin somehow. There are so many other options, but at the time, it doesn't seem like it. So, you know, do what is ever right for you. Don't be afraid to come off it if you feel like that. There you have it, guys. There's my Accutane journey. There's the whole, you know, sphere of questions I got basically answered there. Hopefully that helps you guys. And feel free, if you want another video, comment down below some questions. I'll make sure to answer them. But thank you very much for watching. Take care.
All up in my head, that's how I behave. Passing up the same, waking up the same. All up in my head, that's just how I behave.